I guess I started a little bit early. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, we're playing some shoot to scoot today. Let's see, what do you got? Those are some awesome socks. Hopefully they don't gnaw my feet off. It's too late. They already got them. I had to hop here. That's what the 5 minutes was delay was about. But yeah, this error it doesn't break anything. It just breaks the menu screen. I wonder if like they have a player shooting in combat on like one of the scenes because I think like they're not videos. I know they're not videos. I think they're because they change based on the mod. I'm assuming they're just like replays or something like that. Actual simulations. Because whenever I did the invisible run, the factory was invisible in the background. It was pretty fun. But yeah, this one, this mod seems to break it. It doesn't like when I go into negative values. I don't know if it's because of the shooting or because of the player reversing. But anyway, we're doing some shoot to scoot. We have to do some military science. Let's see, there's a guy running after the biter. That's probably what breaks it then because I have the reversed controls. So I think those are the only values that are negative. I think the gun firings are positive. So they would. I wonder if the guy would just not be able to catch the biter in that case. Like it wouldn't fully break, but I am curious what that scene looks like. Unfortunately, it takes like 2 minutes, a couple minutes for it to appear. But yeah, shoot to scoot. So if anyone missed it, I need to remember my controls. Oh god, everything's reversed. It feels so much worse than I remembered. Okay, so we need military science, and let's see, we can queue up some. Well, we need military science. Okay, cars are cheating. I'm gonna research them anyway, just so I can get the tank. But I guess I don't really need them. But yeah, we need military science, and we also need cars. Let's see, circuit network. I don't think we need anything here, but I mean, I might as well. I don't know. I don't really have anything to research. Okay. Hey, I haven't changed my color. What the heck? I almost always change my color, even if someone doesn't redeem it. There we go. That's a nice color. Okay, sensitivity was off. That feels better. Okay, everything's good. We have, what do we need for military science? We need walls, which we should have bricks, so that's easy to get. We need piercing rounds, which comes from iron, copper, and steel, which we have, and we need grenades. So a small military build should be pretty good. This is aqua. Yeah, it's basically the aqua. I think this would make it the actual aqua option, but it doesn't really. There's really no difference. Like technically, I think it's different, but you know, it was 15 or 17 red isn't gonna change that. Okay, I need to stop compulsively just like running around with a shotgun because I'm realizing it's not particularly helpful. Okay, I think I'm starting to remember the controls a little bit. All right, I can't. Well, I can build and move at the same time. I can't build fast and move at the same time, which I feel like, you know, would be helpful. So I know we don't need a lot of military. So I think if we do a 1 to 3 to 6 ratio, that should be good. So this one will be ammo. And then that goes into this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one uses long inserters. Yeah, that should be fine. And then these are actually pretty slow, so I believe we can just make do with yellow inserters. And then we need a few more outserters. Okay, so this should make piercing rounds, which are just kind of useful to have just in general, so that will be nice. Okay. You know, the player reach is actually pretty decent. It's not as bad to build now as I thought it was. I mean, it's still not great, but you know, it's been worse. Now, this doesn't actually have enough copper. How should I do this? Ooh, wait. I know. I know how we can do this. Actually gotta move this down a little bit just because it will look a little bit nicer. Although it technically worked there. But if we do a filter here for stone bricks to the right, and then we go clear the belt somehow, which is actually that's a hard button combo to press. Then we can send this directly there. Perfect. And now we have something for walls, which we can send here. Which I'm pretty sure walls are not gonna be supported at full speed, but we're gonna we're gonna do our best because why not? But there's no way we have enough bricks for this. No way at all. Walls are like impossible to run, even even with like a full belt. But we're not going for a ton of military science, so I think the overproduction will be fine. Okay, there's something I was missing. I don't remember what it was, but I thought there was something I messed up. Wait a minute. Oh, this is confusing. The map isn't reversed, which makes sense. There's no reason it would be, but my mind still has the controls reversed, so I was pressing buttons to go down, and it wasn't going down. That's great. Yeah, don't forget about power. That's good. We're at 20 megawatts, so we are good for a while. But we should probably upgrade that pretty soon. Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't something I said out loud. I wanted to make sure copper was being sideloaded and not fed by an inserter, and it looks like we're good. So now we need a little bit more coal, and then we have iron. So we can split this and send it to grenades, I think. Okay, we're just going to split off of this, because based on how this is laid out, there's no way we're going to expand in this direction. Okay, I think I'm getting used to the reverse controls again. I can't, like, constantly move, but I can occasionally move, which helps. Let's see, do we need anything here? Landfill, optics? Sure, let's do optics. Let's research solar power. Hello, Tice. Welcome, welcome. Apparently there's the main menu screen does not seem to like the fact that the character's speed is reversed, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if that's what causes it. But yeah, the main menu goes black whenever it tries to load one of the specific like background vids, which I thought was fun. It's obviously it has no effect on the mod at all. I just was laughing whenever I saw it. Okay, I was almost about to say why or ask where iron was when I had just so much easily available. Yeah, of course. Of course it breaks. Like, I should have been surprised, but I was. Okay, and then I think we need 6. Don't know if we can afford 6. Yeah, it has to be the guy running. I don't know what it looks like. That's why I don't have the confidence. I don't know what clip this is. But yeah, at least it doesn't crash. That would be funny. I have like a 3-minute timer when I launch the game to grab everything. Otherwise it breaks. Has basically 0 effect on anything, but it's just some time limit that I have for no reason. It would be great. This is so weird making military science, by the way. Feels wrong. We don't use it very often. Changing prototypes that are needed for the simulation should break them. Yeah. I just thought maybe it would still work, just not work that well. I don't really know how they function. I figured they were just kind of like scripts, and it would just kind of look weird. Because whenever I deleted, I guess that was just deleting the graphics. Because whenever I deleted the graphics, it broke things, but it didn't like break things. It just made it look funny. But that is just graphic changes, so I imagine the stakes are a little bit lower. Okay, yeah, we definitely don't have the iron to support this. Well, maybe we do. Could just be because of internal buffers. But either way, we have plenty of junk. Honestly, we don't even need to filter this out. 5, 6, and then it would be nice if I could get a filter inserter here, maybe on top of a splitter, to start grabbing things that I care about, which would be piercing rounds, just for combat. Although we don't really need these that one. For the burner hundo, how much military science do you need? It's a lot more than I thought. I think it's like 20 to 30k. I'm running. I think I'm running. I want to say I'm running. I use 12 and a half bricks per second. it should be like 8 to 10 tier 3 assemblers. But yeah, follower count uses a lot. And just atomic bomb. Follower count really only adds like 7,000 to the requirement. I think most of it comes from just other researches. Like this alone is basically as much as almost as much as the follower count one. It's not a lot. The main thing is we want to research it over a short period because we want to stop our researching once we start getting UPS limited. So my goal is to have higher research speed than I need because I don't want to still be researching and having having green chips being produced because that will slow it down a pretty significant portion. Like my base just uses a lot. Is a pretty significant base impact. So because of that, we do have a slightly higher goal than you would think. These are supposed to be military science. Okay, you know what? Let's just grab inserters. And then we'll switch to this. There we go. But yeah, it's a slightly faster goal than I need if I look at the average production, but it's just because I want to be able to get the researches over a smaller time period so I'm not wasting like 20% of my performance overhead for the last few hours. I think it's about that. I want to say, I think it's about 20%. I guess some of my base will idle, so maybe it's more like 10. But either way, it's enough to power like 2 to 3 outposts. And it's not like my main base produces that many pure green chips, so it's kind of pretty inefficient to run it if I don't have to. Okay, that looks pretty good. I can't wait to switch to piercing rounds, so that way I can deal more damage to my base. Oh wait, it's not that much more, is it? Because these don't really have armor. Yeah, it's okay, that's not too bad. The main thing, though, is that we can now keep piercing round submachine gun just for attacking and not have to worry about ammo. Or we can use gun turrets. We have options now. Okay, that goes there. Then we rotate it. And look at that. We have military science, which I don't know why. I was thinking military science would be a lot trickier to set up. I forget that the limitation for this mod is mostly just not having a tough time running between places. It doesn't affect too much stuff if you can stand still. Oh, you forgot you wanted to test if you could add the speed penalty to throwing grenades. When you say penalty, you mean like the boost? Like make it that I go faster while throwing grenades? Or make it that I actually go... Yeah, no, is that what it would be? Because it feels like there's already a penalty for throwing grenades. So maybe I'm just misinterpreting what that means here. Okay, but yeah, we have military science. That means we can start researching flamethrower. And then, you know, we don't really need landmines. And then military 3. That's going to be our first blue science research. That feels wrong. What does combat shotgun ammo take? Oh, that takes yellow science? Man, I was so excited for piercing rounds. Oh, or sorry, piercing shotgun shells. That's a bummer. Oh, they're cheap though. I mean, relatively cheap. Okay, well, we can still at least get the combat shotgun and go hopefully ultra fast. Oh, and we also need rocket. Rocketry. And then military 3. And that is every gun will be unlocked. And then we do advanced oil because why not? Why not? We're doing a meme run. Why not research things in a bizarre reversed order? What could possibly go wrong? Why would I need bots anyway? I mean, someone did suggest that. Oh, that does a lot of damage to labs. So I should not do that. But yeah, someone did suggest just ending earlier than normal. Oh, that was the wrong direction. How do I fix this? Let's see. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Then we clear up some space and we move it back, and we at least have some of the research speed again. But yeah, I need to not shoot in that direction if I can avoid it. Okay, for some reason this is not working. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. That makes sense. Okay, oil, which realistically I should not build it right here because I want to get more. I want to get more copper. But on the other hand, I should build it right there because it's incredibly easy, right? That's also an option. And then I think I should do red belt. I feel like I should definitely do red belt. Red belt is a very good way to upgrade my base without having to spend that much time making the base actually, like, you know, decent. Like one might. I don't need a buffer chest here. I don't think. Yeah, no, they don't need a buffer chest. Okay, so this gets direct fed, like so, and then this, and then this. I don't know why I'm doing regular red belt last, but it is apparently what we're doing. Okay, so this needs that, and then this goes here. And then these ones use gears. No, this is for splitters. So splitters use that, that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is red belt, so this needs a lot of gears. This is yellow splitters, this is red splitters, and this would be just the regular belt, which ironically is the thing I need the most of, and we're doing it last, but it's not important. Okay, sure, we'll use a steel chest. Why not? They're not just more expensive for no reason. And we're using it for something that has 1 stack of items in it. I think if we do 4, that'll be fine. Because we're not in any rush. I just wanted these to start filling up. And then we don't need that many of these. Let's do 13. That should be enough to start. Okay. Don't know if we're going to get enough gears, but let's see. We could probably... Oh, wait. You know what I could do? We can make more gears. We have that ability. It's not very far out of reach. Which we're gonna starve gears for a little bit once we grab inserters. So maybe it is best that we're improving gears right now. How do I keep placing those? I'm probably Q picking a lot of stuff. No, that's definitely what I'm doing. I keep Q picking, thinking that I've actually upgraded these to reasonably high leveled machines, and I am not. Okay, that has the wrong kind of inserter. There we go. That's better. I doubt we have the iron for this, but just in case, we'll do that. We might have the iron once these back up. Because we do have like a mostly idled iron lane. It just doesn't work that well because... Actually, no, it does work well. It's just they have an internal buffer that they need to clear. Okay, we've used probably like five sets of shotgun shells, just like passively walking around the base a couple times. Do I need to leave any space here? I'm gonna go with no. I don't think I do, because I can just upgrade these to red belt in steel furnaces, and we can do a future build in a different spot, because this just feels like a good spot for refineries. Oh gosh, a shotgun shell to the face for the refineries is actually pretty... Oof. That's hard to do while running. But yeah, it hurts a lot. Oh look, wait, a lab. We needed a couple of those. There we go. See, was I dropping frames? No. Am I? My internet disconnect, or was Twitch just being weird? It just told me connecting to chat, which sometimes means I drop frames, but sometimes it's just Twitch being Twitch. It's always hard to tell which is which. Okay, how fast? I don't think I can reasonably attack and move at the same time. I can do it with belts, because the belts I can shoot any direction while building. I can't really do it with anything else, because that will destroy the base, which is just a little bit not ideal. It's definitely a little bit bad. Okay, I guess we can give this that steel chest we made. But realistically, since I only need a little bit, I should just handcraft it. Did we just handcraft all of our pipe earlier? No, there it is. I just couldn't find it. Okay, well, there's no point now. Why sad? Did something happen? Did I break something? Oh, it didn't work on grenades. I was like, wait, what did I break? That's sad. I mean, I guess it's probably for the best because I feel like that might just be a little bit overpowered. It would be nice, but it would be a little bit strong. Okay, and then I think let's add a space here. I'm actually going to do a pump eventually to prio advanced oil. Although I don't think I have to care that much about it, but you know, it's nice to plan for it. Because I'm definitely building oil in a different spot than normal. And I feel like I usually back up on petroleum in this type of stuff. Or these types of runs. Okay, can I safely get through the base? That is the question I have to ask myself. And I think the answer is yes, but I have to I have to go slowly. We're trying not to destroy those power poles right there. You know, how much better are steel power poles? I am considering just switching to medium electric poles just because they're a lot stronger. That feels like it might actually be worth it. Because these only have 100 health. What do these have? These have 100. Never mind. Makes no difference. Okay, they're made of solid steel. I guess, you know, it's just a nod to how strong wood is, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I just assumed they'd be stronger, kind of like steel furnaces. Okay, so we need plastic now, which plastic should be pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, we don't actually have the chem plants yet. Although we do have enough to start a build. Oof. But if we get this many, we can just do a full belt right away and send some elsewhere. So this would go here. I think 4 on each side is a whole belt. They do have 100% resistance to fire. Okay, so if I get to the flamethrower stat, if I get to flamethrower strats, then they have a benefit. I'll take it. I'll take that. Because, yeah, if I do end up using flamethrowers, it would suck to just to burn my power plant down multiple times. Because that will 100% happen. Okay, petroleum, and then we really did not bring, like, any belt or inserters or anything for this build. Okay, I don't think I need 2 outserters, right? No, not for these. Especially since I keep forgetting we do have stack size too, because there's really no reason not to get it in anything like this. Because it makes it that anything you built with yellow assemblers inserters probably will run full speed. And it's generally pretty cheap because you know, it takes a little bit longer to get to the higher tier sciences than normal. Resistances are super inconsistent. Why, is there something else made of steel that takes like extra damage? I guess not extra damage, but you know, doesn't have resistance. How can I get this over here? Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. Hey, hello Chaos Theory, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the one thing that the title doesn't point out is I also have my controls reversed as part of the mod to kind of pretend that the gun is recoiling me. Or like, you know, launching me backwards. Technically, it just applies the movement backward speed constantly. But, you know, that's the idea behind it. And yeah, I think that's the hardest part of this challenge right now. Just reverse controls. Makes me want to do just like a full-on reverse controls run. Where I just flip my monitor. Which, you know, would fit in the theme with Meme Run Monday. It very much does. Can I get this through here? Because I definitely thought there was a gap. Huh. Well, that's not right, but I mean, I guess it's okay. I kind of dropped all the gears that the gears are what I wanted when I canceled that recipe, so now I'm just gonna sit here awkwardly and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to move this over. Let's see. Stone furnaces, 90% fire, 30 impact, 30 explosion. Okay, I could see them having good fire resistance. Steel furnaces, 100% fire. That's all. That's all steel furnaces have. Okay, maybe yeah, maybe that is a little bit inconsistent. My theory for electric furnaces has always been that the electronics themselves aren't heat resistant. Like if you set a computer on fire, the components can still be damaged even if like things don't go into flames. So maybe that's what they're going for, or maybe it was completely arbitrary. That's also very possible. But that's what I like to base it around, or that's the justification I've always given that one. Okay, we definitely do not have enough petroleum for this, but that's okay. We also probably don't have enough coal for this. Oh wait, we only need half a belt of coal. Never mind, we should be okay. Oh, our power's starting to dip. We really should do a new power plant. We have more coal up there, and we have coal down there. Actually, that's really good for a power plant. Chemical plants, none. Centrifuge. Okay, chemical plants. Those I feel like those should definitely have fire resistance. That one I can't. That one I can't justify. Okay, I think this will work. Though it's admittedly not the cleanest spot to build this, but yeah, it should be. It'll work. That's what matters. It will work. I don't have enough fast inserters now. Also, since we're inside the base, we should definitely be using the pistol. Every day, I like how I say every day, like I haven't just been doing this for like 2 days total. But um, every day I realize that this attack speed boost, not worth it. The attack speed, the damage boost, I haven't been in combat enough to actually benefit from dealing more damage. It just kind of feels right. Of course, now that I say that, I'm still going to research extra damage because why not? It might help with combat, especially this one. Ooh, this one's actually really good because stronger explosives means I deal more damage in combat, but I'm not using a grenade to walk around my base, unfortunately. There was an attempt. There was an attempt to do that, but it didn't work out. So I'll just have to keep walking around without that. The pipes are 80% fire, 30% impact. Storage tanks are none. Storage tanks are high pressure. Yeah, if you hit them, it's gonna pop. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Pipes seem to me like they're incredibly weak if you hit them with the tank, or at least a lot weaker than a steel reinforced tank, a different kind of tank. Realizing now, should have definitely used a different word there. Okay, I'm running out of stuff to shoot. There we go. Okay, this is the reversed order that I normally build red chips, which has almost no effect on anything. It just it feels wrong, but maybe because I walk backwards, everything will be okay. Oh my gosh, that is a very critical powerful. Well, okay, it runs. Let's see, what does it run? I think it runs my oil. So yeah, fairly critical. Okay. And that is exactly why I built like 50,000 storage tanks. And heat pipe only has 90% fire resistance. Okay, that one seems like maybe it should be able to resist some heat, considering it's transferring multiple 1,000-degree heat from the reactor. I guess it's 1,000. Yeah, it's transferring like 1,000-degree temperature from the reactor. That I feel like that would resist most fires. that aren't that are outside. Oof. Okay, I'm trying to build things faster. There we go. That was pretty good. Oh, it was the perfect length too. Okay, now we build belts. So theoretically, belt's the easiest to build, but because the controls are reversed, it's not as easy as I would like. But theoretically, I should be able to build belt and walk at the same time. Um, okay, I see what I have to do. My spacing was off. Let's grab the belt. We only have enough space for a few hundred, but I guess that's all right. We just have to move this over, and then we delete these. Okay, our inventory is very much full. You know what? Let's just not waste these green chips like I was going to. Let's just put them in a chest. There you go. And we can do the same with the plastic. Much nicer. Oh, I definitely just shot that grenade. Okay. Moment of truth. Are my hotkeys something that I can build while setting recipes? I'm going to go with the strong maybe. It didn't work great, but it wasn't awful. That's a win, right? That's a reasonable goal. I know, and I know we don't have any circuits right now. I haven't attached the iron to it yet, but theoretically it should get circuits. Hopefully have enough space for engines, because they didn't really... I'm being honest, this build is not... The spacing for it was not planned out. I just was like, oh, yeah, this is great. Doesn't really make sense that medium poles can resist more fire than heat pipes or heat exchangers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if none of the steel stuff had that much resistance, maybe I could forgive it. What if they're just what if it's because they're more alloyed? They have more copper in them. Therefore they melt faster. Although I don't actually know what heat pipes cost. They might have less copper than they do have more copper. Wait, do they? They do have a higher percentage of copper than medium electric poles. So we can defend it to some degree. Not a lot, but there's something there. What did I... I don't know what I broke. Anyway, where do I have shotgun shell production? Wait, have I never automated shotgun shells? I don't think I ever automated shotgun shells. I think I just thought I could handcraft enough of them. Oh, and I was right. Yeah, I can definitely handcraft enough of them. Okay, so we're being attacked. Currently, though, we're trying to just go through our base without dealing too much damage. I don't know what they broke. I'm assuming power has been completely destroyed. Is that all they managed to damage? Okay, yeah, it seems all right. Okay, where could they be attacking from? Probably up there, but there's a chance it's over there, because it seems like a lot of pollution's being absorbed over there. I'm not sure if it's trees or biter nests, though. If we had a flamethrower, things would be a little bit nicer. You know what, we should have done that. We should definitely have gone flamethrower before this. But we'll survive. Okay, so we have to remember our controls so I don't die. Oh, I can't fire and use a pistol at the same time. Right. That complicates things a lot. Or sorry, I can't fire and use a pistol. I can't fire and use a grenade at the same time. Just because of some hotkey limitations I have. There we go. I can fire a shotgun, and I can fire at a specific target in Dance, but I can't fire at generic enemy, which is a different button. I wonder if I can double bind them. Is that possible? I wonder which one takes priority in that instance. Controls, shoot, enemy, right click. Let's see what this does. So I can still fire randomly. Okay. Actually, yeah, no, that works. Double binding them seems to work fine. It allows me to shoot at a random target. Or I think. I should confirm. Never mind. It does not allow me to shoot at specific targets anymore. Darn. That was just a shotgun. Okay, so that doesn't really help. I just chose the worst thing to test it with, which is a shotgun. Okay, at least military 3 should be easy to come by. You know what? If this wasn't the base, because there's a chance it might not be, I think I should just put some turrets at the top of my base, and that'll probably protect me for a while. See, the nuclear reactor has 0 resistance, even though it's made out of mostly steel and concrete. I like... It's weak because if you touch it, it explodes. You don't want to mess with the nuclear reaction. Clearly that's what they're going for. But yeah, they're really... I don't think there's like any uniform... There's no like huge rhyme or reason between these. I think those are still producing. I can't really tell. But yeah, I would say there's no rhyme or reason between the resistances. Although it seems like they are doing a decent amount of balancing for the expansion, or rebalancing for the expansion. So maybe that'll change some of those numbers. The only explodes. Oh, that is a fair point. It's not always running. I just meant like real, like if there was a, I was thinking like more on a conceptual level, right? Like if it's running, it's weak. So therefore they'll just always make it weak. But yeah, the fact that it's not always running complicates that defense just a little bit. Okay, so we should start getting red chips. Blue science should be pretty easy. We're just going to shoot it a lot as we go down. Although shooting... Okay, we can either choose to shoot in the opposite direction and not damage our base, or we can shoot in the same direction and build faster. That one's a tough call. I think we just go a little bit slower. Yeah, we probably should just go a little bit slower. Okay, I don't think we need to worry about recycling. That's pretty much never useful. It's useful in like speed runs, but it's not useful in challenge runs because it only saves like a couple minutes. It's really just not worth the time investment to recycle. Okay. And then we split this out into blue science. We send to the left, which I can buffer. I'm definitely getting more used to it. No, and now that we have a base, I feel like now that we have a base, there's a lot more targets just readily available to attack. So like even if I'm not using a shotgun, I can attack. Because before when we started, the only targets we really had were power poles and belts, which all have like a one tile hitbox. Okay, I guess I can just split these. Because I didn't want to have to worry about doing like a weird side load. And we'll just kind of toss these all into the end. That's kind of too expensive to do that. Especially since we keep shooting it, I kind of don't want to keep 300 science in a single machine. Okay, even if it's military, which I guess isn't that important. But that should help. We don't have any targets, so we switch to shotguns. Awesome. And then for these, we can just buffer, which I think anytime we do more than like one chest, it's very ambitious. Okay, now we can just ride along this. Okay, this is that's way too slow. I thought it would be faster. It wasn't. I guess I don't have any. I'm not saying what it's faster than. Oops, we forgot the red science. Actually, oh wait, sulfur's gonna come from the other side. This isn't a great way to have done this. So we're gonna have to send sulfur down and then back up. That's okay. It's not awful. Can you make the flamethrower? I do have it researched. Yeah, we should do that. What does it require? Crude oil and steel plates. Okay. Okay. Flamethrower, which can replace the submachine gun, because honestly, the submachine gun outside of combat has no utility. We can also afford an RPG, which we haven't set up explosives, so that will be after. But the flamethrower stuff seems simple enough. So if we just hand feed it some steel, that honestly is a pretty decent amount. Also looks like we have not balanced our iron lane at all, based on how steel is running. So we can, is it a chem plant recipe? I feel like it's a chem plant recipe. Does that work? Yeah, that works. I'm just trying to think of a way to like feed it one box of ammo, or one box of steel. Okay. I have no idea how long this lasts. Oh my gosh. That's fast. Wait, do I actually run faster than the flames? Oh, that runs out of ammo fast though. Oh, this is a very expensive way to move. I think you run as fast as the flames. So technically, as long as I go in a straight line, I don't shoot myself. That'll be great for long distances. We'll come back to that. We're gonna have to send like a full steel lane to use it though. It literally is like using turbo in a game, in like a racing sim. Yeah, exactly. Glad we had the same thought. And the fact that it's a flame makes it even better. Okay, I need long inserters, I think. See, we're trying to balance out my damage. There we go. There's long inserters. Just trying to like casually see which things have the most health so I can shoot them. 33% faster than the shotgun at 0.4 tiles per second. Why does it feel like so much more? I thought it was like I thought they were a percentage boost, because isn't the default walking speed like 8 tiles per second or something? I used to know it. I don't remember it anymore. But I want to say it's about like 8 tiles per second. Ooh, wait. I need LDS. That is also the difference between walking on grass and concrete. Okay, and that one is a percentage boost, right? Or at least it says it is. I guess it's an additive percentage boost, which is a weird thing to say. That doesn't sound like that sounds a little bit nonsensical. Okay, and then we need water, which is actually very easy to get. And we're gonna bypass this. Yeah, we're gonna bypass this. Okay. I run into a lot of issues in these kinds of runs where I don't have sulfur prioed in any way to get petroleum, and it almost always backfires. So I'm trying to work around that this time. Okay, so sulfur be here, and then this is a very, very slow way to build this, realizing now. Remember to make explosives. Yes, we need to get explosives. I want to get blue science up and running first before I get sidetracked again, because there's a lot of stuff I want to start researching, like the combat shotgun. Yeah, we need to get rocket ammo, which actually is pretty cheap. Let's see, where is the offshore pump? There it is. Okay, and then we can also use that water for advanced oil later, which will be very nice. Okay, sulfur should run well. Gosh, I've missed electric inserters. I like my burner stuff, but I will say it is a lot slower to do to do anything with them, which I think is the understatement of a century. But yeah, it's real it's real slow. Oh, wait, these are in the wrong spot. Yeah, it's real slow to use burner inserters, especially like sulfur. No, it's real hard to do with sulfur or sulfuric acid build with burner inserters. It just does not like to run full speed. I mean, I guess the build itself is easy. You just need to make multiple of them. Okay. I don't think we need any more sulfur, but since we're doing explosives, we might. Although I'm realizing now, I don't know what explosives cost. I don't know if they use sulfur. If they do, we'll definitely need more. Okay. And then iron, a little bit tricky to get. We can just steal from this, which will work well. You like how some of the boards are made of pure copper wire? I know, right? Doesn't that simplify the recipe a lot? But also, thanks for pointing that out. I completely forgot that I never cleared the belt. So we should probably go do that. But yeah, I shifted the lane one tile to the left because I built it wrong initially. And did not clear the belt because it's... Admittedly, it's a little tricky to clear the belt with the buttons that we have. Like, we can manage, but it's definitely a very significant mental effort to do so. Okay, I think what we can do... Trying to think how we can get steel from here. Maybe we go through there? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Well, we'll steal from here. We'll steal the steel. Okay, and then we are once again out of undergrounds. You know what? Why don't I just grab undergrounds instead of crafting two at a time? Wouldn't that be significantly better? I think it's a pretty easy strat. You'd think I would have thought of it earlier, but nope. I was very stubborn. I guess I also thought my base was less of a spaghetti mess, but that is literally never true. No matter what run I do, my base will always be spaghetti. Even in planned runs, even when I have a base fully designed for a specific purpose, it's gonna be spaghetti. It's just optimal. Okay, that seems all right. I think I want to sideload it on the other side, actually. Yeah, I guess I don't really know where batteries will go, but they'll probably go here. See, I want them to be on that side. And then this is gonna... You know what? Sure, let's make it face this direction. Why not? We'll do 3 pipe and 2 gears. We have the inserters. These only need 1. Okay. Then we'll send it over. Then we'll send it down. Perfect. And then we can have a splitter that goes here. That is deprioritized. Perfect. Definitely design of the century. Of all time, really. Okay. We have steam engines. Let's go. So that way we can try to not forget the power that we've been postponing this whole time. Okay, now we don't actually have enough iron to run this because we haven't upgraded the lanes yet, but once we do, things will start moving and it'll be great. We forgot the side load. There we go. You know what? We have enough. We have a long enough system here that it will clear the belt. What won't clear itself is the pure wire board. So let's take care of those real quick. Okay. So now that should be us having blue science. So we should have blue science and we should have military science. So we can go for Combat shotgun, which definitely is going to take priority over bots. 100%. 100%. Okay. So now that blue science should theoretically be running, let's make a rocket. Okay, it uses explosives, which uses water and sulfur. Coal, sulfur, and water. Okay, that's pretty easy. We have coal. I guess maybe I will do batteries there. I don't know. But we have coal. We're out of splitters. I keep forgetting to grab splitters. We have sulfur. We'll sideload those together. And then water, unfortunately, is actually up there. So... Actually, you know what? We didn't need to do the... We didn't need to do that. We can do that. It just makes it a little bit cleaner. Because we don't need the other half of that belt. Now we can build explosives up here. I'm trying to build stuff out of the way of where I wanted to do batteries. Now, are these built in a chem plant? Yes, they are. Okay. Oops, stop shooting them. That's been the hardest button to adapt to, I think. Now, I don't think I'm going to be firing enough rockets for me to need a ton of them, so I think we'll probably be okay with this. Now we have the rocket. Is there any reason for me to automate the ammo? Let's see, iron circuits and... Oh, that's... I think the reason to automate it would be it's incredibly easy to automate, right? Like that's... I think that's a good reason. Like we're too close to all of the components being on the same belt to not make it easy. Okay, that actually doesn't need a cross. And since we're not handcrafting, we can actually just delete this now. And then I believe that the ammo would be made in assembler since we can handcraft it. That is definitely not the right inserter ratio. Okay, and we're somehow out of belts. But we'll be getting a lot of belt back. Okay. So we should be nice and fast. I'm terrified to remove any of this stuff. Yeah, let's remove the thing. Let's remove my least destructive option and replace it with a rocket. How do I fire a rocket? Can you not fire... Can you not fire a rocket at the ground? Is that something you're not able to do? Oh, because it's not the explosive rocket. Oh, whoa, whoa. Wait, that's fast. Wait, that's real fast. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. So, regular rockets I don't think are that useful. Press C. So the issue that I was running into, I thought you could fire rockets anywhere. Like, I know how to fire, like, at a targeted spot. I just figured rockets, you know, could be fired at the ground. But I forgot about explosive rockets. I don't even know if I have it bound. I don't think I have it bound to C. I'm pretty sure it is control space. Control space or right click are my two buttons for it right now. You know, the flamethrower has enough distance that I can fire it past the assembling machines that I'm building around, that it's fairly non-destructive. Non-destructive would be the wrong word. Less destructive is reasonable. Okay, now the good stuff. Okay, why does it require wood? Wait, does that mean if you do... I just realized, if you do a wood-free playthrough, you can't use a shotgun, like, at all, right? Like, there's no way to get wood other than trees without mods? Well, that's rough. Not only do you not have pollution to fight fighters, you just don't have a combat shotgun. I guess you can still get landmines, and everyone knows that's all you really need. Okay, I think we needed a little bit of copper, and we needed some steel. Okay, now, this doesn't increase damage, does it? Oh gosh, it increases damage. Only... Oh! Okay, so even if I get explosive ammo, it's not going to help much. Oh, okay, this uses a lot more ammo to fire, but I do go a lot faster. So there's actually utility to both. You need at least one tree. Yeah, well, you start with wood. You start with wood, right? You start with enough wood for like 2 power poles or something. So I guess I was thinking tree free playthrough. Because I know people do that. Yeah, you advise going. Yeah, you're right. I need to go for nukes solely so that I can get the speed boost for the rocket all the time. Ima- I'm thinking if I get rocket shooting speed, that will make it that so incredibly expensive to move full speed all the time. You start with iron, not wood. You start with both. You start with a single wood to make a power pole, or 2 power poles. And you technically just start with iron. Well, if you're player 2, you start with iron in your inventory. Otherwise, you just have to get it from there, which I think is funny. Like just the host has a slightly more inconsistent way to get iron, and the friends can actually take it, which is great. But yeah, that's why doing a woodless play, not a treeless playthrough, is relatively common. It's really slow because you have to get like a few hundred green science researched using like 5 labs. I think you can power 15 labs actually, or a mix of 15 labs and assemblers is what it is. Or sorry, 14, because you can do 7 around a single steam engine. And you can run 2 steam engines. Yeah, I wonder if that's why they. I wonder if that's what they. I wonder if that's why they did it. Because like it's not like even if you start in a desert, it's not like trees are that hard to come by. I guess when they realized you can turn off trees completely in the settings, people would do it and be lost. It'll make base traversal much easier. It also means I don't have to worry about my base at all. Right? Like if you destroy your entire base, you don't need to defend your base. They're real strats. Wait, how can I make this? Can I automate this? I kind of want poison capsules. Like I never research military, so I never have a chance to use these. So why not? Let's get poison capsules. They're cool. Wait, are poison capsules used in actual 100%? Does anyone know? I feel like they're not because combat robots are just so easy to get. But I could see it potentially being used. Gosh. Oh, this is so much more destructive. I love it. It's a terrible, terrible idea, but I love it. See, the wood was at, oh, 0.17. Wow, that's pretty late. When wood and raw wood is merged. So it wasn't possible before then? Huh. It's way later than I thought. They're not, no achievement. Yeah, they don't have an achievement, but like if it made it that you could fight biter bases a little bit faster, I could see it being useful. But I guess by the time that, because of the 600% starting area, by the time you have biters, you also have like 6 upgrades for combat bot damage. So it probably does not matter at that point. But yeah, I've heard they're really good for worms and stuff. They're also really good for destroying your player when you're really slow and get stuck in a cloud. But let's not worry about that part. Should I rebuild this? I feel like I should rebuild this. And this. Okay. We need pipe. They're just gonna make a ton of boilers. We're making up. Oh, that's a very large power plant. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't know how many I made. Probably too many. It doesn't affect spawners. So oh, yeah, there wouldn't be a ton of reason there then, because it's not like you could just toss it and run away. They're neat against trees. Yeah, but so is a flamethrower. I know they're used a lot in biter battles. The poison capsules. Like they seem they're real good against behemoths. Or just swarms of biters like right outside of a base. And not hurting the walls is a big bonus. Okay. So I need hmm. What do I want to work on? I need power, which means I need drills, which means we're destroying a little bit of my base. How damaging is that? You know what? Flames aren't that bad. Although the amount of damage they deal versus the amount of distance I move, it's not a great ratio. But it's fun. So we're gonna go with it. Okay, so poison capsules, there we go. I can't wait for them to just slowly destroy the belt. Actually, they don't deal a ton of damage. They only deal a couple damage if I just do a quick burst. Maybe I just need to get used to a spray motion. Okay, and then I needed... Oh, these have not been producing at all. Oh, it's just because we don't have... Okay. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Oh. Oh, these are not... Yeah, I forgot about power poles. Maybe I should... If that's the strat I'm going to be using, I should probably use medium electric poles. Ah. That's why they have a resistance. Why aren't the resistances listed? Am I just blind? Are they listed somewhere? We should probably keep the pistol. It's pretty good. We don't need the damage poles. We don't need that single burner. We don't need that steel chest. Okay, I'm pretty sure I destroyed some stuff there. Okay, as my inventory slowly empties, this will get more efficient. There we go. Nailed it. F... Oh, right. F4 is, I rebound that. Okay, so it's just one of the debug settings. It's not an actual, it's not a vanilla thing. Or I guess those are vanilla. It's not a default thing. There we go. Ooh, power armor. I kind of would like an exoskeleton, but on the other hand, it's not going to be that useful. But think of how fast I'll be if I'm constantly shooting nukes and also using an exoskeleton. Like I think that's a real good strat there. Okay, you said these are good against trees, right? Yeah, okay. Not too shabby. Okay, since we're building, I should really be using the regular shotgun. It's just the best for building anything really. A good balance of distance traveled and ammo cost. Search for closing the window. You're already halfway there. Yeah, anytime F4 is used, there's always that fear. Actually, I have accidentally Alt F4'd out of Factorio before. Not because a player was not because a viewer was trying to prank me or anything, but at the time Alt was like my mute button, and then F4 was my mute button, and then I tried to go into Alt mode at the same time, and just force closed the game. Uh, F4 is still my mute button, but I have a different mute button now for that I hold down. So I switched my mute button to be F3 for toggle hold, for push to mute, and then F4 is toggle, so that way I'm not generally holding Alt at the same time I press F4. It can still happen, but is a lot less likely. Also, for some reason I thought I was out of resources just then. I don't know where I was trying to go. It was a skill issue? Yeah, it really was. No, that was a severe skill issue on my part. To Alt F4 Factorio. Okay. And then we need a 3-tile gap. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm always torn between trying to do multiple things at once or try to do like a single row so that way nothing's in that direction. You weren't trolling this time. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you're not. It's a coin flip, really. Yeah, next time though. When I'm confused about a button for Factorio, it's just gonna crash the game. You're gonna make a mod for me that has like a secret setting that I just didn't notice. Wait, I know I shouldn't give ideas. No, I definitely shouldn't give ideas. That seems way too effective. Okay, I think that'll work. We do need water. Okay, we also need to not shoot our power plants. I really should get bots up and running so that way they can replace anything I shoot. That should work. I don't think that's a long enough stretch for it to interfere with pressure or anything. Okay, now... Does anything here have resistance? I guess I wouldn't really know. What if we pull out a pistol for this? I think pistol is probably my best bet right now. And also, just doing as much as I can do within my reach each time would also be a good option. Okay, that's a good sign. They say they're unpowered. Always a good start. Always love when my power plant is unpowered, not power pants. Making a game crash button is easy enough, is it? Yeah, I guess if you probably just have to throw some kind of like weird exception when you do it. I mean, all you have to do is have the button give a negative speed value when it's not expected. Or no, negative speed wasn't the thing that broke it. What was the one that broke it? Was it negative crafting speed initially? One of the oh wait, these are backwards. One of the negative values I remember crashing the game. I don't think it was speed. It's way harder not to crash the game. Fair enough. Feel like that's just programming in a nutshell, huh? I remember one time when I was a kid, one of my friends made like it was just like a desktop program that, or like a notepad program that just said restart computer. But boy, was my dad not happy with that button on his desktop. The kid was not allowed to use our computer for a long time after that. But yeah, it's not really a crash. I just reminded me of it. Nowadays, that's like just basic, such basic trolling. Okay, now we can switch to a shotgun. That is unfortunate. Okay, here's what I can do for now, but this isn't balanced. I can make it balanced, but it's gonna waste some drills. I guess that's all right. Okay. That can go there, and then we should be good. Program is simple. You just bang your keyboard until something goes up in flames. I mean, that's probably good for you. That's probably pretty good for your keyboard, because I feel like it will not take long for that to happen. It's like if you think about it, probably does less damage to your keyboard than actually just using a keyboard with how fast something will go up in flames. Oh yeah, I forgot the strat for I completely forgot about the strat for placing power poles. Spinning my yeah, just spinning my mouse in a circle so that way I shoot it less frequently. It's sad that that's a strat, or it feels wrong that that's a strat. Also, I didn't realize this was side-loaded, so we did actually break things when we were like, oh, we can combine the coal belt and make it prettier. Bad idea. Bad idea. Oh, that's not right. That's not right at all. Okay. I mean, it's not like we were in any rush, so it's fine, but we did slightly delay things a little bit. Okay, so we need to upgrade our belts to fast belts, which apparently is going to make them less resistant to fire, which is a little bit annoying. Red boards belt. Yes, we're going to make it out of all the red boards that way. I mean, they're the same color. Oh, wait, did I... Oh, did you mean I, like, broke the red boards belt? I thought you meant I wanted to make a red belt out of red boards. What did I do this time? Did I shoot it? That's a really strong possibility. Doesn't seem like there's an issue. Combat shoddy time. So the reason we haven't been using the shotgun much is because it makes you faster, but it also burns through ammo, and I just don't have a ton of ammo right now. So I need to go set up automatic shotgun ammo, which should be real simple. I just keep forgetting to do it. I'm pretty sure that's all I have to do, right? Okay. Now I won't be ammo starved. We didn't grab anything we needed for that. Okay. We also need to upgrade our base, which we should be able to grab enough furnaces. How many are there, actually? 59. And we grabbed 100. Okay, we'll be okay. And the nice thing is, shooting the furnaces here won't have any downside, because they're just going to be dropped on the ground. Or the stone furnaces, at least. Okay, I think... Let's see, what's actually running low? Copper's all right. It's not doing great, though. Can I stand in the middle? Is that a good option? It actually looked like... Oh, looked like it was full of copper wires. Yeah, that one I fixed... that one I actually fixed a while ago. Surprisingly, I remembered. But yeah, I don't always forget things. Just most of the time. Just most of the time. Also, it feels really weird doing upgrades, because I think the last time we used red belts to upgrade our base was during some Red Rave's permanence mod, where half the upgrades would become undergrounds or just not work at all because it added permanence to it at various points. So it feels really weird being able to upgrade something and actually have it work. Even though that should be like the standard. I've just gotten so used to it not being the standard. Coal broke between copper. Okay, I don't know what that means. But it's good to know. Coal broke between copper. Oops. We did that weird. This coal? Thank you. Oh, okay, I see. Because it was an underground and smart belt. Classic smart belt. I mean, it's relatively smart. I can't really blame it for that, but I'm going to. I can't believe smart belt breaks things. As always. Once again. I can't wait for this to be the lane that I decide to copy multiple times for bots. And it's the one that has a chest in the middle. Also, I'm kind of just guessing where the halfway point is, and I feel like I've been close to right every time. Which has been nice. Although I have been like wasting resources because of it. It's like I've been close to right, but that's also because I've just been spending more than I should. Okay, this one should actually prio to the right because this one has a supplement. And then this one should also prio. Oops, broke that belt. Are these supposed to be connected? Okay, it looks like we broke that belt too. Because yeah, I'm assuming I'm supposed to have iron there. Yeah, no, that's a fair assumption. I should definitely have iron there. there's so much there's so much belt dropped on the belt. I keep forgetting that belt upgrades drop on the belt itself, which is really bad, actually. Clap myself on the shoulder. Yeah, for what? Breaking things? I don't know if I really deserve that, considering how I just threw yellow belt everywhere. Especially damage stuff. But at least damage stuff combines and averages out the health. I couldn't imagine if they didn't stack stuff. That would be real rough. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see, do we need more? We probably need a little bit more red belt, and we need more splitters. Because now we need to upgrade our iron capacity. It does look like power is working, although it's out of radar vision, but I don't really see a reason why it wouldn't be working. Now this belt is going to look very empty for a while until we upgrade it. Yeah, we have a couple options here for the upgrades. One of them is to do red belt all the way. One of them is to add an actual compressor. Both of those sound real easy. I'm just lazy. Okay, this is at 30. Okay. Oh, we're using the combat shotgun right now. Okay, so that makes us a little bit slower. Also makes us deal a lot more damage. What is that sound? Give me 1 second. Something just started going full blast in my room. I don't know what it is. That was weird. My air filter just decided to turn on. Don't know why. Did it come through? Because it does on high speed, it definitely does sound like a jet engine. There we go. It went whoosh. Yeah, no, that's exactly how it went. Yeah, normally when I use it on low just because of how incredibly loud it is. On high, it's like I don't want to listen to that. But yeah, no idea why it turned on. Kind of concerning. Maybe my room is haunted. There's always that chance. It's like non-zero chance. Although this isn't the room that I always thought was haunted, so I don't know. I don't know. The important thing is it's good now, and my ears are not screaming at me, because whatever you guys heard, it was a lot louder for me. Ooh, okay. We're making an uncapped amount of rockets. We should go clear some bases using rockets. I think that would be fun. We have a shotgun, we have a flamethrower, so we have everything that makes us fast. So I don't see how this could possibly go wrong. And then I feel like this is still not getting enough iron. Oh, should I be keeping... I feel like I don't need to keep it as a red belt. But it might be because I have more stuff taken from this iron than I normally do. So maybe it does need a red belt. Which really is not a problem. Yeah, because I'm not used to having steam engines. Well, I'm used to having steam engines. I'm not used to having rockets taking from the belt, which probably not a ton of iron, but whenever the lane barely has enough iron to support it, it's definitely got to struggle. Oh, it also just hasn't had an upgrade. So that also would not help. We might be able to just kind of weave it through here and get enough iron out of it. It's not going to be perfect, but I think it'll be all right. And I guess we'll use a fast splitter. Is the pistol really my favorite gun? It's the best gun for running through my base. It's not my favorite overall, but it's the only one that does not guarantee I destroy a power pole with every bullet. It's the only one that lets me shoot my base and not immediately regret it. Everywhere else, not even close to my favorite gun. Like, I love the combat shotgun. It just destroys my base really fast. Okay, that's pretty good. Less ammo than I would have liked. Okay. Let's see, where are biters? There's some biters over there, there's some biters down there. These guys look pretty darn close, so let's take care of them. We'll leave a chest here with some belt because we don't really need that. Then we can start working on bots. I kind of just haven't been focused on bots at all. We're just having fun running around without it. Yeah, the flamethrower is fun. That one, until I get medium electric pulls, or unless I start using medium electric pulls though, it's very easy to just cut power to my whole base with it. Uh-oh, there's a forest in that direction. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. I'm sure that I won't regret that. What's the worst? What's the worst that could happen from that, right? Okay, now that I'm running in a straight line, I got my I got my jet engine on, just like my humidifier. Sorry, not humidifier, air purifier. Whee! Okay, that's pretty effective. Oh my gosh, the combat shotgun is great, even without piercing rounds. I don't think I've ever used it without piercing rounds. Okay, I can equip shotgun rocket. Okay. Let's get some ultra speed now. Oh wow, this goes this goes so fast that it's really easy to accidentally walk outside of the range and then not be able to fire again. It's worth it, but no, that's good. Okay, that's a good weapon. It would be even better if I could just fire at the ground and walk wherever I want, but I don't know. I don't think... something tells me that being able to fire atomic bombs anywhere for a movement speed boost, not the best strategy, but it sure would be fun. And I think that does make it the best strategy. Okay, a couple bases... Oh, 3 bases over here. Okay, I think if we throw... some gas, that should work. I don't know how strong it is. I feel like 1 should suffice. Shoot nukes for super turbo. Exactly. It's like putting nuclear fuel inside of a train. Like, it's very effective. It makes the train go fast. So why would it not function the exact same way for the player? Okay, let's try grenades plus flamethrower. That seems pretty effective. Gosh, this is expensive. How fast does this shoot? It costs, I think, 2 steel per second to move using a flamethrower. Considering all I'm doing is moving like 50% faster with the flamethrower, that feels incredibly expensive. I love it. Ah. Okay. There we go. Back to the flamethrower. Oh, wait, no, back to the rocket. Never mind. That didn't work. Nuclear fuel makes you all warm and fuzzy inside. Is that why everyone in Fallout is so happy? That they are happy, right? Yeah, that's definitely the vibe for Fallout. Okay, we got our jet engine again. I like how we can make it longer by just aiming down. It seems, oh, which feels, I feel like this feels the most like turbo. This feels, that feels too long for how fast I'm going. Oh, that's unfortunate. We were just about to go up there. That's true. There are the children of Adam. They're pretty happy with the nuclear fallout part. Okay, I'm just kind of accepting that my pump jacks are going to get destroyed. We have a very large oil pump set up, or a very large oil buffer. So it doesn't really, it's not really that bad. If they destroy it, we'll be able to keep going for a while. I hope they don't destroy everything. As long as I have a couple pumps, I'm pretty happy. Also, there's no reason for me to, if anyone, there's absolutely no reason for me to shoot backwards while moving. It just feels right. Like, legitimately the only reason. Wait, where did they go? Where did they go? I'm hoping they walked over here and got destroyed. But I am worried that that was not the case. But yeah, they didn't destroy much of that at all. So we're good. Because I don't think I defended this. Yeah, I definitely didn't. I don't know what happened, but I mean, it's good. But yeah, I don't have to walk backwards. It just or I don't have to shoot backwards. It just feels right because it's launching me in the other way. Like, even with the flamethrower, like, I run faster than the flame. It just gives it a weird look. I kind of like it. Okay, let's see if there's any other bases around here. So I feel like that wasn't the one that was causing me issues. I like how this part of the run, this is just me wanting to run around with fun weapons and destroy bases that I realistically don't need to destroy. But it's too fun. Now that we have these good weapons, shoot to scoot is just awesome. Sure, my base gets destroyed a lot, but that's not important. I really should put bots, though. I really do need bots to repair my base. Unless I do botless. No, I don't think I want to do botless. Okay. Okay, we got our turbo mode on, which ironically is actually slower than the shotgun. But the shotgun doesn't have fire. Therefore, it's not as cool. Also, we are slightly low on rocket damage. We can almost two-shot the base, so we can't. Don't do botless, do bootless. Is that why we're walking so slow? That would explain so much. See, we actually have more flamethrower ammo than I thought we did, so we still have some speed. That's good. Uh-oh. 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 we we were caught between a rock and a hard place there. I don't think I've ever been trapped between a small biter and a base before and felt so stuck. But for some reason, the flames are just not helping. Okay, what do we really need? Laser? No, laser guns aren't a thing. Wait, why aren't laser guns a thing? I guess there's personal laser defenses, but I feel like we need a laser rifle. Those are always my favorite in games. Like, when I play Fallout, I almost always go for a laser build on my first playthrough. Gun builds are nice. Like, shotgun builds are fun, especially in Vegas, since the shotgun can basically be turned into a rifle and a flamethrower. But laser's where it's at. Okay, back to pistol. Do you remember the railgun? Is that from space exploration? Or or did they have a vanilla one? I remember firing the railgun in space exploration and just destroying an entire row of my base and just being like, I'm not gonna use that again. Okay, from Factorio. Was it in the base game? Because I definitely don't remember that. I just remember one in SpaceX. This is a bad idea. Sure was. What? Was that... How old was that? I don't remember this at all. Or is it just announced? Or was it like concept art thing? Because I would think I would have seen that. Oh, I guess I didn't play with biters very often. So even if it was in the game, like actually in the game for a while, I probably wouldn't have known. Okay, there we go. We're nice and safe. It was safe is the wrong word. It was locked in the editor mode with limited art. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't think I had ever used editor mode, really. Now I use it, like, all the time. It's such a great way to test some. Honestly, just making blueprints in editor mode and then pasting them in regular mode is nice. Okay, we still need to finish the iron upgrades, which we might actually not have enough iron on this patch to do as much as I want, but we sure as heck are gonna try. Gosh, bots have been awful lately. Like, I'm getting way more spam bots than I normally do. Because I feel like normally I just get them like every other stream or so, but I've been getting like multiple a stream generally. Fortunately, Nightbot's good, but still. My strict hyperlink bans definitely help. But it's annoying that they have to it's annoying that they have to help. Wonder what's happening. Is the world falling apart? Probably. But I guess just bots are always a thing on the internet. Doesn't necessarily mean doomsday. Okay, was this... Oh, we should probably not do it like that. Okay, if we combine these into a red belt, we can actually use the full speed, although it's not that big of a deal. There is also a plane that made you survive collisions with trains locked in the hidden parts. There's a plane? I remember plane mods. I wonder if they were based on that. Probably not. Because I feel like that's a pretty straightforward thing to add. But that's cool. I do wonder if the expansion's gonna add more vehicles. Honestly, they've probably announced one. I haven't been following any expansion stuff that talks about non-quality of life improvements, so I honestly wouldn't know either way. Okay. Well, we saturated all the patches in our base. We could get a little bit more copper if I really tried, but I think we have enough production to go to the next phase, which is actually getting bots and not postponing it indefinitely. And now these technically could be upgraded if we have iron, so I should plan for that. Because sometimes we'll have extra iron, and we can get more steel. That would be nice. That's the wrong spot. Oh, why am I using that? There we go. There we go. This is effective. I mean, I'm going fast at least. Okay. They haven't talked about new vehicles except the spaceship, of course. Honestly, I don't even know what the spaceship is. That makes sense that there is one. But yeah, that's news to me. But I mean, that's what happens when you I guess actively avoid isn't the right word. Like, it's not like I'm scared of spoilers to the point where I'll like close things if they have them, or like prevent people from talking about them in chat. Like, I don't care that much if people mention stuff. I just haven't been reading them. is a better way of passively avoiding them. There we go. That's probably a better way to put it. Passively avoiding it. Not going out of my way to like not read them. I think that works well. Okay, we got more poison capsules. Not that we really need them, but you know, they're fun. Okay, we need sulfuric acid, and we need um let's see. We need sulfuric acid, we need batteries. How do I do this? It's more of a base than a vehicle. Yeah, I'm imagining it's probably pretty similar to the space exploration one, and that one is very base-like. One could say it's based. That's what that means, right? It's definitely what that means. Okay, batteries, good. Is there any more research we can get? Oh, we haven't done LDS. Or like researched any of the purple science stuff. Not like it matters, because we still need purple science, but you know, it would be nice to get it. So can I make this a red belt and just go through that, because that would be very convenient. Then we can go up, and then I think with this setup I could actually do sulfuric acid here. Technically, yes. Though it's a little bit, it's not a great spot, but it technically works. Sure. I'll take it. I'll take technically works. That's all right with me. It's not like we need a lot of sulfuric. And then water is a little bit far away. I don't think I've ever made a sulfuric acid build that is this messy. I don't know what it is. I just really wanted to build it in that spot, which was absolutely a mistake. Let's see. Can I move this? Yeah, that works. Okay. So we should start getting sulfuric acid now. We can just send that over there, and then this one, we're going to have to do a little bit of a loop just for spacing purposes. Give it an input, and then this needs to get a splitter and then go up. Which feels weird. Like, I'm so used to burner stuff. This would kill a burner inserter. Grabbing from the side of a splitter like that. They do not like that. You have a very high chance of brownout grabbing from splitters. So even though I'm using electricity, I keep wanting to avoid things like that to make my base safe. Just like subconsciously. But I don't need to. Oh, we should do, I should do prod mods. Probably one prod, one speed. Should be good. Oh yeah, we do need exoskeletons. What do those cost? I think it's LDS and engines, right? Oh, I need solar power. Right, because you need to be able to power them. Yeah, we should definitely get some of those. Which means I should also work towards power armor. So yeah, we're definitely we're going to go to some goals that we don't normally go to. So we're definitely not finishing today. Because we're just having fun. We'll probably reach our sub goals. And honestly, we don't strictly need to finish this one. Because the main goal will be bots and ammo stuff, but I might just... Oh wait, I'm not streaming next Monday. Actually, I don't think I'm streaming much next week at all. Sunday through Tuesday, I won't be able to stream. Friday, I probably won't be able to stream. I probably should not plan for continuing this next week, because I won't be. But then hopefully after that, my schedule starts to free up again. We'll see after next week, but that should be the last of my relatively hectic schedule. Why can't I burn these? Oh, no, they're burning. They just don't gradually take damage. Okay. I just didn't know how burning worked, apparently. I don't know if I really want to burn it. Let's do poison instead, so that way we have a usable base. Or yeah, that way we don't burn any. Have some trees I can grab later. Although we probably have enough wood that we're okay. Okay, so we need to split this off, and we need to start making roboports. I feel like I'm missing something, right? Oh, steel. It's right there. Okay, roboports. What? Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, we'll queue up to like 3 stacks. I don't know. It's nice to have extra, especially with the larger bases that I tend to make and the meme runs. Okay, so roboports are good. Now we need engines and we need batteries. So that would go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then it'll direct feed into electric engines. That should be good. This here. Okay, perfect. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. I think this is right. Yeah. I forget this kind of build uses a lot of power poles. Not like power poles are cheap. It just feels like I have to put way more than I should. Okay. And then we have electric engines. To the left, we haven't done advanced oil. I'm definitely building this in reverse. I'm just kind of building things where I am because honestly the latency is not that bad either way. I don't think we actually get enough circuits for this. But we're gonna steal these anyway. Just because it's a good start. It gets things working, and then we can fix things later. There's no iron on there, but I think that's just a coincidence. So let's not rely on that. If we do filter out green chips, which we should actually do it here, I probably should have copied that first. Now we flip it. There we go. That was just seemed like an easier way to get things on the correct side. Was it as easier? Probably not, but that was the intention. Okay, and then we should be able to do like 16. But because we want exoskeletons and we want power armor, we're actually going to split off of this and use stuff for like personal crafting a little bit earlier using like a filtered inserter probably. Or a splitter. Something like that. Yeah, this should be everything we need. Yeah, we just put a splitter here, add a filter. You know what? We can't fit a filter. There we go. Now I can fit a filter. And this can hold engines. I guess we could have also side loaded, but they're basically the same thing. And if we limit it to 4 stacks, that will also buffer things for launch. So we might as well do that now. Now we could also potentially just clear the belt, but that relies on us being actively over here and checking to make sure the robot frames aren't taking it all, and that seems pretty unlikely to happen. Okay, so theoretically, bots are good to go now. Let's see, we'll buffer here, we'll send this here, and then we'll send this here. And we'll just send it directly into a RoboPort. Well, I say theoretically. Bots are good to go. Good-ish to go, I guess, is a better way to phrase it. And then, do we have circuit network? I believe we researched circuit network. So we can disable this inserter whenever T is less than 500. That's a lot of bots. It's a lot of bots for a run that doesn't have a time goal. There we go. Okay, much better. And then we never need more than like 10 stacks of this, but I'm just going to do 15. Because there is a small chance we'll research a little bit more, because I kind of want shotgun piercing rounds. just for fun. Okay, so this needs lube, and then that will start working. And then we need... Actually, yeah, we only really need lube. You think the next iteration of this mod should make the guns deal 10 times more damage? A little bit cruel, but understandable. It definitely makes the risk later on a lot higher instead of just being like a pure benefit. Although I guess it's not really a pure benefit, but definitely adds more of a risk reward later on. Okay, and then I wanted a pump. Let's see if we can get that. Okay. Then we'll read from this, and I'll just say petroleum less than 15K or something. There we go. That way the advanced oil doesn't shut off. Okay. We need water, which is as simple as just doing this and connecting it down here, which almost lines up perfectly. And then we need oil, which a little bit more complicated. Not much. Okay, well, it's more complicated now. because I can't drag a straight line, but you know, theoretically that's supposed to be easier. Yeah, it's one of those, it's definitely a really minor annoyance now that I can't move and build at the same time easily. Like I can, but it does damage things very significantly. So realistically, I can say I can't do it. Because yeah, it's very very destructive. But we're about to get bots. So once we get bots, I can be a lot more destructive. Without caring as much, at least. Okay. That should work. This has a direct pipeline to that, so I guess that's okay. Although I could also do this. There you go. I think the reason that I connected to like that is because of priorities, but I don't think priority is going to be an issue. Okay. Light oil, it can just stay up here and be buffered inside these storage tanks. I could add cracking. It would be nice. Cracking's useful. It's not like cracking's hard to set up. I'm just kind of a little bit lazy when it comes to setting up oil. Just a tad. Now we have lube. Honestly, it does reduce the amount of plant refineries I need by a pretty decent amount if I do chem plants. So maybe I should just crack. Oops. Whoops. Keep forgetting I'm shotgunning my own base. Don't know how I forget that, but I do. Okay. Personal robots. Sure, why not? If we're getting power armor stuff, we might as well. Power armor. I don't know if I queued up exoskeletons yet. I did. Okay, tank. I don't think... We can't really use a tank. It feels like cheating. It doesn't reverse the controls. Okay. So these are good. Do we have chem plants on us? We don't, but we can make a few. So I can set up cracking if this is greater than a couple K. Or like 20K. Let's see, where do we go? We need some engines. Okay, pumps, good. Now we can set up logic. Let's do cracking over here. Wait, that doesn't really work, does it? We can make it work. we can put another tank. If we can afford another tank. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. we don't need that, right? Yeah, 10 times damage would be insta-killing most machines. Slightly cruel, but understandable. Will this break things? No, it won't. Okay. Pump. Pump. Which I don't think we have any more wire left. Light oil greater than 15K. Or 20K, something like that. Is my phone ringing? Oh, hold on. Hello, hello. Sorry, I got a phone call, which I definitely needed to answer. But yeah, we're good. What were we doing? All right, light oil greater than 20k, heavy oil greater than 20k, so this doesn't back up. Awesome. I completely forgot. I stopped playing for like 10 seconds. No, like a minute, and then I completely forgot that controls were reversed. I have the memory of a fly. I don't know. Do flies have bad memories? I feel like there's something. There's probably something that has a really short-term memory that's used in expression. I'm pretty sure it is not fly, but for the life of me, I cannot think of what it is. Almost like I have the memory of a fly. If I say it enough, I can make it a real expression, right? Also, apparently the shotgun that we fired, I think we broke. I thought we just broke the chem plant, but it turns out we also broke a pipe. But I think we worked around that just fine by making a new pipe. Goldfish. Thank you. That's it. That's the one that people actually say. I was like, I know there's one, but I don't really use it much, so I just could not think of anything. But yeah, that's it. Flies have short lives, 1 to 14 days. Okay, so I mean, relatively, their memory is probably really good then, relative to their lifespan. So yeah, that definitely would not be the right example. Will this work? I think so. Might not be optimal, but it will work. Okay, just trying to like nudge my character a little bit in the right direction. Okay, light cracking to petroleum, and then this can just connect right through the middle, which hopefully we don't destroy too much with this. Because we don't technically have bots yet. Actually, wait. We might technically have bots yet. We did actually set it up fully, didn't we? Yeah, okay, we probably actually have a bot. So I could have set up, I can set up a repair system now, finally. Which I think a lot of people will appreciate. Honestly, the damage numbers don't bother me, but I don't think they're a little bit of an eyesore. Just a tad. Okay, we have a tank. Is there anything else we can get that's just fun? More flamethrower damage. That's just objectively bad. So let's buy that. I think that just it only causes pain, which means I think it's worth grabbing. Okay, so we need some steel. We need some circuits. It's been a while since I made paths for. That's not important. We don't need that. It's been a while since we made some paths providers, so I cannot think of the recipe. But I think it's just green chips, red chips, and speaking of fish, thanks for the follow. Welcome. That we don't it's usually beef taco, but I think like 1 in 10 times it says fish tacos. It's a great coincidence. But yeah, we do meme runs pretty much every Monday. And then we've been working on a much longer project of burner stuff recently, which has taken up most of my other streams. But we're actually pretty close to running that. The base is pretty close to being done. We just need to do some practice, then we can do the actual speed run. And honestly, it's possible I could place on the leaderboard. I think it's okay. It's possible. It's not likely, but I think technically my base is good enough that if I practice, I could get sub 10 hours with it. It depends how fast the base builds. I don't know. It's kind of ambitious to think I could do my entire base build in 5 hours, though. So I don't know. Maybe it's not an option, but I want to believe. See, flies live as larvae for a couple months and they become a fly with the only goal of procreating before they die. Flies manage to be a very, very big nuisance in that time then, if it's only a few, 1 to 2 weeks. Because boy are they annoying. See, we should probably put productivity modules and things. I don't know. It's probably not that important. Uh, but maybe I should wait to put these in it until we have repair packs, because those are actually kind of expensive to replace. Okay. That should be good. It's not powered, but other than that, it's great. We haven't fully finished my hotbar yet. Now, there are some things that even with repair packs, I will instantly destroy, but I'm just kind of accepting that reality, because there's not much I can do about it, or should do about it. Because there are very few things that are expensive enough that if it takes bots a bit to replace, like, the world won't end. Okay. Uh, this is, I think, is gonna. I feel like we're gonna use more repair packs on average than our space exploration run, just because of how much I shoot the base. But we'll see. I think I got the recipe right. Okay, yeah, that's gonna consume a whole lot of gears. We need to limit this to at least like a few stacks. Honestly, one stack's probably good. Okay, now the fun part. Having to upgrade our base, which I could do remotely. So that way I don't have to run around and shoot the base. That's probably the best option. Although I don't have a ton of things in radar vision, so that complicates it a tad. We don't have logistic bots. I don't know why I'm upgrading things that would only be delivered directly to my person. Maybe I'm just a little bit hopeful. Also realizing we put these storage chests in a very bad spot. Actually, wait. We could make that work. There's copper wire here. Because we should definitely have the storage chests have access to... Oh, does that reach? I don't think that reaches. Oof. I want the storage chest to have access to wires, that way I can make power poles. More shoot to move. Exactly. Oh, Jonas, welcome, welcome. We got bots, which is very nice. So now we can just... Well, now we can have our base being repaired. But we still have some sub-goals that I want to reach. Like, I want at least piercing shells so I can fight some bases. And also see how much damage I would actually deal to my base if I fired a combat shotgun. So we need a little bit of yellow science for that. I also want, like, exoskeletons. So we're not finishing it today. We won't be able to finish it, not next week, but the following week. So September 23rd, I imagine. I don't have to move as much, but it's fun. Because I'm fast. Like, I deal a lot of damage when I walk, but I move really fast, and that's all. It's, I don't want to give that up. So we're gonna keep firing and making some mistakes, and it'll be great. No regrets. With a capital A. Okay, piercing rounds, good. Not piercing rounds. But yeah, technically I don't have to move. Which, I should take advantage of that. Or I could just keep shooting stuff. It really is. It really is one of the best parts of Factorio. It's one of the big reasons that I can't get into, what's it called? Dyson Sphere program? Yeah, Dyson Sphere. It just, you don't really have to move around. Or like, you don't really hand build. It's more like you have personal robots the entire time. But they're really bad personal robots, so it makes building not as satisfying as I would like in a Factorio-like game. Also, this should probably be moved. Because I'm realizing we could get a little bit more wire, I think. A little bit more circuits, which would be useful. That would go a long way. Normally I couldn't do this, I don't think, and still have space for it, but because we're using red belt, I think we should be okay. Exactly, now robots repair my buildings. That's a very nice thing. So I don't have to always be on the lookout to repair critical power poles. For the most part. If I destroy the ones that my bots need to charge, then that's pretty bad. So I'm just trying to hope, just kind of hoping that doesn't happen often. Okay, so now that we added that, we might actually have enough circuits for this. I didn't fix the coal belt. Thank you. I thought I fixed the coal belt. Oh, I made it in a way that just can't be fixed. Wait, hold on. Okay. There we go. There we go. Everything is okay now. Power is probably going to start dipping. Actually, no, power doesn't dip from bots. It dips from the expansions you build after bots, so we're good for a bit. This is uncapped. Yeah, that's fine. It only uses copper. Okay, so that should help. That should help a decent amount. We can also add speed mods if I really wanted to. I think that would help a decent amount. Oh, we're out of ammo. Okay, well, shotgun time then. You expecting you would move backwards by recoil. So you can't see it, but my controls are reversed. So it kind of works that way. Like, that's the idea behind it. So I have to press W to go up and S to go down while firing. It's supposed to make it feel like I move backwards from recoil, but it doesn't exactly work that way. But that's the idea behind it. And it's something that does not come across in the stream on stream, except for the fact that my walking is very sporadic when I'm trying to build something. I like it. No, I don't remember what brought it up, but I'm very happy that Tice decided to actually make it. Because I feel like it was just a joke conversation, but it's so fun. The reverse controls are just mean. Ooh, good point, good point. They make my base smaller, and then I don't have to walk as far. That is a key point. But counterpoint, we need to walk real far to get bases, and we'll get to do some walking then too. So it's not like we're completely done with walking. But yeah, you're right. Smaller base means it also means less stuff to shoot. Flamethrower is also pretty cool, although I have put some points into refined flammables, so it's not the best move. But I mean, it works. Okay, so bots are almost done, actually. So I need a small blue chip build, and I need a small LDS build. And we could probably send that into a small yellow build, so that way I can start getting... Yeah, actually, no, that's a good idea. We do a small LDS build, we do a small processing unit build, then we can get the 100 yellow science that we need for some research. I don't remember what it's called. Piercing rounds. I want piercing rounds. Okay, let's do it here. Seems like a good spot. So this will be the yellow science assemblers. Which means we should give them prod modules, because those ones are actually just useful. Will by using trains or cars to reach the outpost? Those are not... Those don't have anything changed about them. So we won't be using those, because those don't have like reverse controls or anything. It only affects the player. Although realistically, if I wanted it to affect cars, I guess I could just swap the controls through keybinds. This does remind me, I won't be doing this as a mod, but I kind of want to do a run where my monitor's upside down, because one thing this doesn't have, like the movement is reversed, the mouse isn't reversed. So the idea is that I flip my monitor and then also flip the recording, so that way everyone sees what I'm seeing. And we try to complete the game that way. It's definitely on the list for a meme run. I think it's one of the dumber options, but I'm actually really looking forward to that when we get to it. Just the confusion. You can drive the car in reverse so that the controls are backwards. Oh, that's true. Just hold S. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I'm terrible at driving the car. You don't have to reverse the controls for me to be terrible with it. It's gonna happen either way. Guaranteed. Okay, we could plan for purple science being here. I might do that. So just spacing wise, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this will be purple. Bots are gonna partially build that, and it's gonna be real annoying, but it's gonna be okay. No, wait, this would go here actually. Okay. So that way we have some framework for purple when we get to it. This is a game where everyone is terrible at driving a car. That's fair. It might just be a common thing. I feel really bad at it. I actually, one thing that there's only one thing about the controller support that I think is better than keyboard. And that is this button right here. You can change it between relative to controls or absolute. Now, it makes it a little bit hard to like turn around if you're stuck in a corner. If you're using the relative controls, I think relative is the one that makes it that D goes right, A goes left, W goes up, S goes down, basically. And then absolute is the vanilla kind, the normal controller keyboard kind, but there's not that option for keyboard, and I much prefer that driving style for this type of game. It actually was one of the most hated features when they added controller support. It's honestly the one thing I liked about it, but no, they reverted that, or at least gave the options, because a lot of people did not like it at all. It made it that I could actually drive, though, so I was not complaining. We're out of flamethrower ammo, and we haven't automated that, so I guess we're stuck. You like cars, despite that they're hard to control? Oh, yeah, it's, they're real fun, especially with landmines. This doesn't really sound like it should be an effective strat. It really doesn't. But for some reason in Factorio it is, and I love that. Okay, so we need red chips, which most of our red chips are actually going into blue roboports right now. So I think we're not going to be producing... You know, we're good. Let's... Actually, I could have just shot that, huh? That would have been nicer. It had junk in it for a reason. Okay. We don't need a ton of blue chips, so I'm just trying to get something right now, so that way I can get my power armor. They need to reduce mine damage to nets in 2.0. I think they're already... People already seem to be fairly unhappy with the combat balancing changes they're doing. I don't think they need to nerf stuff anymore. Because, like, from what I've seen, unless you have the expansion, combat is just going to be a straight up nerfed. Like, everything is nerfed. Everything is worse. To some degree. So I don't think, and because vanilla, just regular 2.0 players, I don't think are getting any improvements. So I'm worried about that. Factorio cars are made by classic GTA fans. The thing that would help them drive is dynamic zoom based on speed. Honestly, I don't think that's the issue at all. There's just too many small obstacles in Factorio. Like, there's too many just random power poles and, like, random trees around. I don't think zoom level changes it much, because I just zoom out as I go. You also accelerate to full speed real fast. Oh, okay, so it's slightly buffing yellow ammo? That's something. I've only read about the nerfs. Like, making spawners harder to kill, stuff like that. I still definitely don't want them nerfing mines or anything. Mostly because those changes aren't things you can fix with like config settings. They don't really have, like, you can't change biter damage by just changing the map settings to like counteract those changes. Oh, this is where we can get wires from. There we go. I was trying to figure out where you could get circuits. I don't think I've ever made this small of a blue science build before. Yeah, I guess there will be more. I imagine there's also going to be more info as the expansion comes out. Maybe it's not too bad. Like, I haven't read a ton of it, admittedly. I just haven't read anything that screams good change for combat for what. But then again, I hate factorial combat, so like there's nothing they could do to make me like it either way. So like my opinion on it isn't that important because no matter what they do, I'm not gonna be a fan. I don't like combat in survival crafting games or factory games. So I'm definitely not the target audience either way. Why do you sometimes move without shooting? So it only decreases my movement speed to like 5% or something like that. They're only buffing shotgun ammo. Okay, yeah. Shotgun ammo desperately needed a buff. It's really, really it's really resource efficient, but it is very slow until you get a lot of upgrades. So that makes sense. I need a plate rocket from Essie. Exactly. Although really what I generally opt for is just destroying, just turning off biters. I don't have enough green chips for this. Oh well. Not a big deal. I'm just trying to get like something up and running because I just need a little bit of yellow science and I need a little bit of processing units. And then I also need to do solar panels, which feels weird. Okay. Yeah, I could technically beat the whole game like this. It's a whole lot slower, and I usually only do it if I need to move like just a tile and don't want to destroy the thing I'm standing next to. I like how now that I have bots, I'm just kind of accepting that I'm shooting everything with a shotgun, which is really strong. It does so much damage. Okay, I don't think that we've actually upgraded all of the pipes chests, so still need to walk around a little bit. You hope they make trains invulnerable to biters when they're up to speed. You want outposting to be an actual alternative to just having a wall around everything. I haven't ran into that problem that much, but when I do, it's a very tough problem to fix if a train dies in the middle of a base or the middle of just the middle of a track. So some kind of workaround would be very good. I don't think they don't tend to attack it that often, do they? I always imagine it happens because they ran over like acid. So are they just like straight up being attacked by biters in that case? I've only really had one run. I've only done like one playthrough where I've had trains and biters at the same time. The main thing people end up doing is run this rail straight outward. How does going straight fix it? Does it just make it that they're less likely to be hit? Okay, this produces way more than I thought it would. I mean, it's not a lot, but I just thought it would be a lot slower. Okay. Interesting. Is that a speed thing? Or just like a weird targeting thing? Because I can't really picture why they would attack less on a straight rail, but I mean, if it works, it works. Oh, we should have enough engines. Yeah, we do. Or it's just still eating my buffers. Oh yeah, but I mean, I don't need it to run full speed. I just need like 50 green chips, right? I just need like 50 blue chips right now. So buffers is totally fine. But this belt doesn't have buffers. Nothing here runs on buffers aside from what's on the belt, which is like really only like 30 seconds of buffering. You think biters won't be attacking rails anymore, or they'll have farther decreased priority? Oh yeah, they attack the rails too. See, I was thinking the train, but attacking the rails is also rough. Or losing rails is also rough. And power poles. See, in my opinion, shotgun problem isn't the damage. The buff seems weird to me. I think shotgun's issues really early on is 100% damage. I think once you get like a couple speed boosts and a couple damage boosts, it's not a problem anymore. But like they're almost completely unusable when you first get them. Because like you deal more damage to your own buildings when you use it, and it takes so long to destroy a base despite being ammo efficient. So I get behind. I get that buff. It's really, really broken once you get movement speed and attack speed. So maybe they just increased the base speed a little bit or something. I don't know. Made the first researches a little bit cheaper. Let's see, what's this rebalance do? Starts it right away, moves piercing earlier. Oh yeah, piercing earlier would also fix that pretty easily. Minor damage and shooting boost from the upgrades. Reduce movement penalty. What movement penalty? Shotguns increase your movement speed. Everyone knows this. There's no penalty. Okay, so that's yeah. This is actually fine. It's more than enough blue chips for what we need. Now we need LDS. So we have copper, kind of. We have enough copper. For the amount of LDS we need, we have enough copper. Let's go with that. And I guess we'll just use a purple belt, red belt, because that's what we have. Okay, so that goes there, and then we have steel, which we'll just steal. Now steel might be running off. Steel might actually be running off buffers pretty heavily. I have not checked in a while. That mod was the reason you made this mod? Really? Is that what brought it up? Were you like talking about that new mod? Because I feel like we had a conversation about this joke run before it was made, but I don't remember any of the context. Or maybe the conversation was just you saying, "Hey, I made this mod." That's possible. Or I could be imagining everything. I don't think Mandela effect is the right word because it's just me, but you know, that kind of vibe. I think in that case, if Mandela effect for one person is just called being wrong, but that's not important. How do we get this over there? I don't need a logistics filter on them. So they're fine. The idea is just to make it that some power poles get made. We don't need a lot of them. So the chests will last long enough that we'll be okay. I'm not seeing a way to get plastic out of here. So we go the other way. We go down. Yeah, if we move the belts, we'd probably be fine. Like go over there. Yeah, that could have worked. Looked like this one worked too, though. Move it right. Oh yeah, that also would have worked. Either one. Lots of options, I guess. And I just couldn't see any of them. I don't know, haven't been eating enough spaghetti. It's weird. Okay, so this should be okay. I don't think I've ever made this small of a LDS build before. At least not since I like first started. I normally just go straight for like, you know, everything I need for research. But I really want exoskeletons. Ooh, if we could accidentally set things on fire. Like what, shooting coal, just if you fire a shotgun over a belt with coal or something, it sets alight. That sounds really like it might be a little bit complicated to make, but that would be cool. My understanding is the whole mod is like 7 lines, aside from the thing that reverses my movement speed, which like doubles the size of it, which is really funny. That seems like it would add a lot of complexity. It would be real cool though. Random explosions from firing at my base. Or you shoot a steam engine and it just explodes because of the steam. Or the pressure. That happens all the time in my industry with the pyrite ammo on belts. You know, wait, Mindustry. That's a different game. I was thinking MSI for some reason. Is Mindustry good? Is that something I should look into playing on like a non-Factorio day? Because I know that game's like regularly like $2. If it's not free, I'm not sure. I think it's free on mobile. I don't know if it's free on PC. But starting in, I think October, we should be able to go back to our non-Factorio Fridays or whatever day I decide to do it on. Because we'll be, streaming more consistently and won't have to miss as many days. And we won't have burner stuff. When we're done with the burner designs, we'll have like 3 days freed up. It's free from the dev website. Okay. Neat. It always seemed like a cool automation game. It just turns out I don't like playing automation games on my phone. So I did not get into it. But that was pretty much always that. You don't know enough about your taste to answer that? I was just asking, like, do people like it? I don't know if I would like it. But it might be worth a shot, worth trying. Because if it's just, like, widely not a game people are interested in, then I wouldn't even consider it, basically. Start October, random games, end October, Space Age. So I don't really want to do just Space Age. I'm thinking Space Age will probably just be once or twice a week, kind of like space exploration. It might be more often. You play it on a big monitor with mouse and keyboard. Yeah, factory games in general, big monitor, mouse and keyboard, much nicer. Some automation games I think can be really good on a controller, but it has to be built around it from the start. It's really, like, I think Factorio could have worked if it was built more with it in mind, but adding it after didn't work so well. It's an alright attempt. Okay, we need power armor, which we should be able to afford now. It was Satisfactory, it has to change a lot for me to be interested in that one. A lot of people like it. I've never been a huge fan. If the performance is like doubled, I would like it. The performance to graphics ratio, not for me. It runs way too poorly for no reason. So I find it hard to get past like making any kind of factory because there's so many stutters. Gameplay wise, it seems pretty cool. I don't know what causes the stutters though. Because like my CPU is really good. Maybe my graphics card just isn't suited for it, but even on low settings it doesn't work. So like I get stutters regardless of settings. And the stutters are the rough thing. Like low FPS is fine. Stutters feel worse. But it is a 1.0 release. They could do a lot to optimize it. Like if the stutters are a lot lower, I would love to consider it. And also, it doesn't technically have controller support, but it looks like a game that could It looks like a game I could very easily add controller support to by just doing like a Steam. By just doing like a Steam profile. Because it doesn't really use a lot of buttons regularly. So I feel like radial menus could probably basically make it have controller support. For you, the big turnoff is first person. See, that one doesn't bother me. It does feel a little bit tedious. But only at the start. The start is incredibly tedious. Once you have like 2 belts of resources, it gets a lot better. Once power is automated, that's it. Once you get to power, everything's good. Then it feels good. But pre coal power is rough. Although they might be changing that. I think they're rebalancing power. I don't know if it's early game power or late game power though. Haven't heard a ton of details about it. But a lot of people love it. I mean, it's like 96% on Steam or something. Like it's definitely well reviewed. And then the setting that lets you skip like half of early game, that helps a lot. Then you can get, because with that one you can go to it pretty fast. Or you can go to coal pretty fast with that one. And I know that like the speedrun for the game is very short. So if you know what to do, you can... Or sorry, the speedrun for like stage like 3 or whatever. This one that isn't beating the game is a very short speed run. So obviously, if you know what to do, it can you can streamline it a lot. I don't make power armor enough to know where it is in the inventory. It's obviously military science. But yeah, it's still excited for the 1.0 release. I'll probably try it offline, and if I like it more, or if it performs well, I'd probably stream it. Because stutters while stream are definitely they're more prevalent when your computer is being used more. What do I need now? Solar panels. Okay, so those need red chips, steel, circuits, and copper. Okay, so the easy part to do this in would be here. However, it's gonna tank my red chip production, but I don't need a lot of them. Yeah, if you could knock it out in an hour or so, like practice, that definitely would make it a lot easier to get past it. Because for me, it's usually a couple hours because I don't know any of the recipes. So every time I try, I spend most of my time remembering what I have to build, and then forget about it. Let's see where are solar panels? I basically we're doing a lot. We're building a lot of things that I almost never build. So it's taking a lot of effort to find them in the menus because we don't usually do anything with solar. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. We don't typically do things with solar or military, so I can never find them in the menus. Okay, so we have solar power, so our exoskeletons won't do anything for a bit, but at least they're there. Should I get batteries? I should probably get a personal battery, especially since they're so cheap. Well, cheap. I mean, yeah, they're still cheap. They're more expensive than I thought because I forgot about the LDS, but not expensive at all. Don't know how many batteries I need. Let's see, I want a Mark II. So that's 10 personal batteries. Okay. That's 7. Casual reminder of Control F. Wait, does that actually work? Oh yeah, there's a search button. Literally, have I ever used it? I don't think I've ever used that button. I forget it exists. Oh wait, no, I use it all the time. No, why am I thinking it doesn't exist? What did I use it for? Oh, I used it earlier for Roboports. Maybe I just forgot how Factorio works. Maybe that's it. I've just forgotten everything. I'm spending so much of so much of my mental effort trying to walk backwards that I'm forgetting the Factorio basic sorting system. Okay, how's our exoskeletons? I doubt we can afford to run 3 of them with just solar panels. That seems unlikely, but we can try. See, it's 6 solar panels per plus batteries. Actually, you can technically afford to run 3. Just probably not that much during the night. If they're even affected by night, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if they ever fixed that. Okay. Solar panels are good. Let's see. We need a few more circuits, which we definitely have. Okay, that's going to give us 8. We'll at least be able to run one of the exoskeletons for a bit. Realistically, I should disable one of them, so that way I can at least run slightly faster all the time instead of just random bursts, but we'll see. Not super important. Let's flesh out our mall, and then we'll probably wrap it up for the day soon. I want to clear some bases with the exoskeletons, but I don't really want to start on the in-game mall stuff, or the rocket part stuff, because we don't have enough time today to get to launch. So if we do too much, we'll just have like nothing to do next time. But yeah, we might finish this tomorrow, and then do burner stuff, or I might finish it in 2 weeks. I'm not sure because I'm not streaming next Monday, or not really next week at all. So I'm trying to think when I would be able to fit in burner, or fit in the next meme run. I mean, I guess this mod's not that complicated. Coming back in 2 weeks isn't really gonna confuse me. There are some meme runs that are incredibly hard to come back to, like randomizers. Those just don't work. If you don't crank those out in one sitting, it's a headache. Would not recommend. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Then I think we can start our yellow. I think we can start our purple. Yellow science? Yellow science. Because I'm pretty sure we have enough for everything we need to handcraft. Wait, exoskeletons don't require LDS? Huh. Okay. I mean, I still needed it for the better batteries, but yeah, I could have sworn they required LDS. Neat. I really do not know what military stuff costs. Oh my gosh. Wait. That's a lot faster than I thought it would be. That's terrifying. Actually, wait, does it use... It probably uses energy even though I'm going really slow. So I don't want to spend too much time just walking around. Okay, so now we have another. Which we still can't afford to run, but at least we have it. And then we need like 50 batteries. Oh, I think we're too fast. I think this was a mistake. I think I can pretty confident. I can pretty confidently say it's a mistake. Actually, out there's no think about it. That was a bad idea. Okay, we don't need these. But yeah, we don't have the precision to move over like a single tile. Oh, it's great. No, I like that. Okay, now that we're fast though, I feel like flamethrower is going to be real good. So let's automate that real quick. Because currently we've just kind of been hand feeding it steel. We don't really have steel anywhere though, do we? Okay, we have steel here. I guess we can technically weave this up to flamethrowers. You're only too fast when you can walk through walls. Wait, is Factorio actually made in a way that can happen? I know it's pretty common in a lot of games. So I wouldn't be surprised. I've just never tried. If it's not possible, then it just means Factorio needs more speed boost until it is. Gosh, I used to love doing that in Morrowind. Pretty much the only way I would play... Honestly, pretty much the only way I play any Bethesda game is by playing with glitches or cheats. But yeah, I used to use that one that let you give yourself infinite speed in Morrowind until I could just walk through dungeons. Clip through dungeon walls. Made it a lot easier. Of course, you couldn't turn it off, so that was a problem. So you just permanently had trouble moving around, but that's not important. If you pass through in one tick, yes. Okay, see, we just need to move 60 tiles per second, right? That doesn't seem... That's only like 5... Wait, is that right? I would think so, right? 60... Yeah. Yeah, probably about 60 per second. 20,000 speed for 3.4 years potion. See, I always used the... I can't think what they were called. Was it illusion or like alteration spells? One of those. That gives you like plus 10 speed, but there's a glitch where if you cast it while like looking at a wall as a curse, it like stays on you and just adds up. So I would start every run by giving myself like 10,000 of every stat. And most of them broke the game. It wasn't a good idea, but it was fun. It was really fun. But you couldn't increase... The issue is you couldn't increase your acrobatic skill that way. So you would run really fast, then you would hit a small bump, and then it would propel you into the ocean. Or, well, ideally it would be the ocean, but it would launch you into the air, and then you would die of fall damage. Unless you happen to land on a hill that was equally the same height. See, 1 tile per tick is sufficient. More just makes it more consistent. Okay. So yeah, we just need to get up 2. That would be 60 per second, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's 60 ticks. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft recently. I could not remember what the tick rate was. But that's Minecraft. That's like 20, I think. But yeah, this one's just one 60 per second. That's the UPSs. Okay. This feels really weird doing yellow science. I don't think I've ever done just yellow science with no purple in any of the challenge runs. I've definitely done it before. Back when I used to just play casually and use logistic bots for everything, I always rushed. I never cared about purple and always rushed yellow, but I don't think there's ever been a reason to care about yellow science much in a challenge run. What mods are you playing with? You've been playing some 1.2.5. Oh, that's a good. That one's so nostalgic. They have an updated version of that Tekkit set. They have like a remaster of it, which I've been playing. Because the one thing that I can't really live without whenever I play mods is what's offhanding. I just having an offhand for building and like placing torches, it's tough. And like mods that try to mimic it don't do it so well. I mean, they're decent attempts, but I find it hard to play anything before, what is that, like 1.12 or something these days. But I used to play that one a lot. But this one does a good job, actually, of capturing the spirit. It has most of the mods, I think, that I remember. It doesn't have, what was it, factorization or something? It's been replaced with, like, industrial foregoing. But it's, Buildcraft sure is something. I've been spoiled by AE2 and like refined storage these days that I forgot what kind of sorting systems you had to make with diamond pipes. They're really cool. They look really cool to set up. But boy, is a lot more work than just throwing things into like one infinite chest. But yeah, so I've been playing that one. I've kind of been alternating. I've also played a little bit of Stone Block, which was really fun. And then it introduced chickens as the main source of resources, and I kind of lost interest. Dude, redstone engines they take up so much space. It makes everything bulky, like if you want to take it out of the chest. Putting stuff in the chest is fine. Taking it out, if you want that on every chest, that adds up. Yeah, I think technically you can do everything without the chicken, which I kind of want to do. I just want to do everything I can without the chicken. Because I know I wouldn't enjoy just spawning resources with the chicken. I did, just out of curiosity, I did make a max tier of every chicken. It took like 2 hours max. And with like minimal effort, I could produce like hundreds of diamonds per second. So it's just like, this ain't for me. If I used them, it wouldn't have been a waste. But yeah, I would say it's definitely a waste. Since I did it, and I'm like, I don't think I'll use them. I'm letting myself use them for water, because a lot of times I like filling stuff with water just for visuals. And that's all very tedious to do with buckets. And I don't have a builder yet. So I do let myself use them for water. But anything else, I'm just like, nah. I'm just using the crushing, like, cobblestone setup. Or, like, crushing netherrack. Which is cool, because create is awesome. It's definitely... It's a lot of work. Like, very bulky builds, but they look so cool. The gears spinning around are fantastic. Where... Oh, wait. Portable solar panels. I remembered. I remembered I have the ability to search. Now we just need to figure out how many I need. So this is 7 wide, so I need 13. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. We rock backwards. It was a waste because it wasn't fun to do. Fair. So for me, it was a waste just because it wasn't... I'm not even using it. But also it was kind of tedious. I think it was fun for like half an hour, making like a setup that just I could throw chickens in and then it automatically went down the line. But then I had to like go through and manually like clear them out constantly. But the setup was fun. The setup to make something that could guarantee like breed a 10-10 chicken if I just threw in like 1-1s was that was fun. Actually doing it became less fun. But I'm happy to know I did it. There's that. That's an accomplishment. Okay. I think we have enough. We need to grab some flamers. I wanted to fight some biters now that I have like extra speed. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we're getting the piercing shotguns today. But yeah, I've also been loving Mechanism. That one's a really good. I think that one's a really good tech mod. Like it's a lot of steps, but it feels like you get enough out of it to be worth it. If you want to like if you want to do the like really efficient ore processing that's like 9 steps long, that one's good. And their reactor setups are fun. Lots of good mods really. I've been pretty happy like just trying different Minecraft mod packs the past couple weeks. I've actually been thinking of doing one of them on stream once I get back done with burner stuff. It's basically between that, doing like tech-heavy Minecraft, or doing other Factorio-like games. Because it's nice to do one stream a week that's not Factorio, just to try out stuff that I wouldn't otherwise. I mean, I could play Factorio every day. It's just nice to have one day that isn't. But we've had to pause that for burner stuff if I want to get my burner stuff done by the end of the year. But once that's done, we'll have, like I said, three-ish streams free, minus whatever we use on Space Age. So probably like, it'll probably be back to like one free stream a week again. Oh, all right, Shapes 2 came out. That one looks really good. I also haven't played Shapes 1. Is there any reason to play the first now that the second's out? Or is it pretty much just same game but better? Because I'm not really sure how the puzzles work. Because, like, you know, Creeper World, the games are all same game but better. But they have different missions. Not sure how Shapes works, though. You think it's quite different. Okay. I mean, that one also, I think, is very frequently like $2. So it's not like picking it up and the second one would it's not like the price is going to increase that much from getting both. Yeah, that one seems cool. I didn't when I kind of like went under my radar whenever I first like saw Shapes, but then the second one came out and looked more at the videos of it. It's like, oh, it's pretty. I like the shapes coming together. Like they could be replaced with any factory chain basically, but geometry is cool, I guess. It's not a sentence that people say, but oh, just something about it. Seems cool. Seems pretty. Neat. There we go. That's the word. Oh right, we still have we have these things. And we have a flamethrower. Shape 1 is like Factorio, but really simplified. All buildings on free. All ores are infinite. So it's pretty much like just... so it's more like a puzzle game of like, how do you make this shape? As opposed to like... a survival factory game, I guess. Kind of like Puzzle-torio, I guess, maybe. That's how I'm picturing... That's how I've pictured it. So does the second one add enemies and stuff? I just assumed it would be the same in that regard. Ooh, I got Pyromaniac on this save. No biters. See, that part I always like. I think I do like biters and Factorio sometimes. Most of the time I turn them off or at least turn them down. But it is very satisfying to make a flamethrower wall. So like I don't want to play with them hard, but I want enough biters that I can make a flamethrower wall and watch them be decimated. But I don't want them to make my game challenging. I just I want to feel like a Fector, like an engineer god, I guess. Oh gosh. Right. It's been a while since I used the rocket. It makes you really fast. It's also not a high enough range to be effective. It's actually really probably the worst weapon for movement. Because you move so fast while firing it that you're pretty much guaranteed to be out of range if you press the wrong button by the time you stop firing. Oh, but you go so fast. No, tough call, really. It is kind of worth it in that regard. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we made nearly as much yellow science as I thought I did. I'm looking at the research now. I thought 100 was going to be really easy to get. And I think it is. I, oh, wait. You know what it is? Our LDS is terrible. It gets like 0 copper. We have to fill up an entire chest with red chips before we start getting copper. If we change the splitter prio, it probably will work. Rocket launcher makes it go up 0.7. Okay. So just a mix of like it's relatively short range plus the extreme boost makes it real easy to go out of range. Oh wait, you know what we haven't used in a while? That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Oh my gosh, we should not have made it out of there. There we go. We haven't used the just classic piercing rounds. Alright, now I'm remembering why. On the bright side, it's easy to kite, and it only wastes ammo while I'm actually able to attack the enemies. That's something. I would much rather have grenades right now, though. I forgot how much my strategy relies on grenades. Okay, you know what? Shotgun. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have gone against my roots. They're also just. We finally have medium biters. That also is just a lot harder than small biters were. So I was expecting to just melt these guys, but we're not. We're past that. You know what? Let's go get grenades. I think that would be a good idea. Rocket launcher has very long range. Not well. It has the range, but it doesn't fire that. Like it's not that long. Right? Like it has range, but for how fast you move while using it, it's very easy to walk out of range. Can you not fire at targets? Yeah, like it's longer range, but yeah, it just doesn't. It's not long enough to make it usable, I guess. Specifically in this mod. Obviously in vanilla, it's perfectly fine. uh, when your movement speed isn't tied to it firing, it's great. Okay, we should have ammo here, or grenades here. Nope, that's not grenades. That's steel furnaces. We're somehow not running low on steel, so... I mean, I guess that's nice. We also need more... we have enough shotgun ammo. Okay, so now that we have grenades, we should be able to safely take care of those bases. I'm probably gonna be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but, you know, there's a chance. That's true. If we equip if we make atomic bombs, I can fire it wherever I want, and then I can use it for movement speed boost. Because pretty much the issue I was running into is I'd fire a rocket, and then I'd walk outside of the spawner range, and then I'd be stranded at 15% speed, and have to switch to a different gun. And combined with the exoskeletons, that was happening, I'd say like 2 out of 3 shots. It was pretty frequent. It was fun though. Is there any reason for me to dance? I don't think so. I think I could dodge the spitters, but they don't honestly. That's not what I meant to do. Well, at least I have sacrificial turrets now. I can't justify putting ammo in them because they're just gonna die. It really it's the button order that I have to press to move and fire makes it a lot harder to fill turrets than I thought going in, because I was really expecting to use turret pushing a lot, because I figured combat would be a little bit trickier. But then it turns out I actually go faster in combat, so that has helped. I mean, it's still weird buttons I have to press, but it's not as bad as I expected. But it does make filling turrets while moving difficult, because it's very easy to accidentally just destroy them instead. Okay, so that should take care of the worms, hopefully. Oh gosh, I tried to dance, and then when I stopped, I went in the wrong direction. Okay. See, like in this case, it's pretty nice. When it's only one guy, you can just fire and run, and then I switch weapons, and then we're good to go. Okay, there might be biters there, but I think my biggest enemy would be here, in terms of biters that might attack later. The 0.0 speed is like 6.5 speed. Oh, right. I keep saying 15, but it's like 1/15th, right? Not 15%. Those are very different numbers. Did I not equip? Ah, that's why I've been struggling for power. Okay, I think we got most of the biter threats. There's probably a couple more bases we can take care of. Oh, that seems like a good... It seems like it'll be a good stopping point for today. Really? Okay. I mean... Better late than never, right? Can we afford any? No, we don't have any copper. Now that we've destroyed all the bases, or most of the bases, that's when we unlock the piercing rounds. I was worried that might happen. But I was hoping maybe we'd get back in time, and then it wouldn't hurt as bad. Like, if it happened at the start of next stream, I wouldn't have cared. But the fact that it happened right as I was wrapping up for today, oof. Okay, we should be safe for a while. We're nice and fast. We got our turbo mode. Think everything's working out. Our base is producing way more pollution than it should. Although we have burnt a lot of forests, so that probably doesn't help. Piercing rounds, they're not going to be great for my base, are they? I think I can pretty confidently say they're not going to be good for my base. Okay, so piercing rounds use copper and this. Okay. Did I miss something? Oh, that's in the wrong spot. Needs to go here. Okay, there we go. That would have been disappointing to come back to next time. Okay, there we go. Now we finally have the incredibly damaging piercing shells that will 100% destroy my base since I use them to walk, but it's worth it. Actually, they're not as bad as I thought. I think their main advantage is against biters. Yeah, they only deal like 30% more. That's not too bad. You wonder what the least used item in Factoria is? Piercing shells are probably high on the list. Considering they're like a yellow science, yeah. I think if they were military 2, even military 3, they'd be early enough that they'd be used. That I think these get... By the time you unlock this, you probably also have like personal laser turrets. You almost have uranium ammo. Combat bots, landmines, stuff like that. Discharge defense and remote. I have used those very successfully like one time. And then I discovered landmines and personal laser turrets and I was like, yeah, this isn't worth it. Barrels are honestly, I feel like barrels are pretty up there, but only in mods. Like I think there's a lot of mods that make barrels pretty nice for like short periods. But in vanilla Factoria, I don't think I would ever touch barrels. Personally, these are pretty up there on things I don't use. uh, Refined concrete, I also like personal list. These are up there. I've never once used a power switch, but I think they're pretty commonly used for like makeup bases or people who actually make large factories. See, is there anything here like regular cannon shells? These feel like they don't have a purpose to me, but at least they're crafted, even if they're not used. Regular rockets I can get because these kill you, but like in a tank and deal more damage. But these ones I don't think deal less damage, do they? No, these are just like better. Cluster grenades and distractor caps. Actually, I love cluster grenades. Um, I haven't used them recently, but they're real fun. But they're also pretty late. So yeah, they probably aren't used much. Distractor capsules are just bad. I feel like those are things you would want to use, but they just aren't good. Right? Those are the ones that don't move. Yeah. I they just that one definitely is just like a balance issue because when you unlock them is when I would want to use them. And price wise they're decent, but standing still makes them bad. Hey, these are so close to being awesome, especially with laser damage. I think, right? They wouldn't be. They are laser damage, right? Yeah, no defenses. These guys are cool though. The electric, that's fun. Yeah, there's a lot more. I actually, so I was going to do the rubber ducky mod at some point. The one that has one rubber duck recipe that requires every single item in the game, or something like that. And I was going to combine that with a recipe tier list where I rank the recipes or how much I like the item. I think that would be silly to have on the side. There's a, I think I can safely say that there's one, there it is, iron sticks, instant F tier. I think they shouldn't exist. Just as a concept, I think they're awful. I think they can just be replaced with regular iron. I don't know. Ever since they had it as a requirement for like steel axe in the early days, it just hasn't sat well with me. I was hoping they would be retired when they removed steel axe, and then they didn't. I think that's probably controversial, but I don't know. I'm not a fan. Great rubber duck and massive mod pack. Oh gosh, or like a randomizer. I would have to see every single recipe to do it. But yeah, I don't think that one's a popular opinion. It just, for some reason, I just don't like them. They didn't do anything wrong. It's not like they make this recipe that much more complicated. But I think I maybe missed the days when it didn't require sticks and was just copper and steel. Like, I don't know, something about it. But that's it for me today. We'll be back tomorrow with, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with burner designing. We're doing pretty good. We have a couple new things we need to add, and then we can start practice. And we'll just do a little bit of practice, make sure the base works. I'm not sure when the actual run will be. I can't allocate like a 12-hour window for a while, at least a few weeks, or at least a couple weeks. S tier, GC, wooden chest, and Koforex. Wooden chest, it becomes obsolete really fast, but I do like to have it for like, it is very useful precisely one time for making stone furnaces, and then I never use it again. So, I mean, you could argue it saves a lot of time once. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, not finishing up the burner design, but hopefully crossing off anything new we need to add to the burner stuff tomorrow, and then we can start, double checking that our base is actually working. But the list of new stuff is pretty short. Depends how we do power. Power will either take a while or it will be lazy and it will be very quick. Really depends. We can be lazy and choose a larger lake, basically, or we could be lazy and steal the power plant from someone else. But if we try to make a new one, it's going to take like a couple hours at least. But I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.